Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing, can a claims agent and or attorney get part of your back pay for submitting a supplemental claim? Not a high-level review, but a supplemental claim on a VA form 20-0995. In today's video, I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, everyone, before we get into today's video, make sure you click the link in the description section and get signed up for my monthly veterans membership. So today's video, can a claims agent and or attorney get paid for submitting a supplemental claim for you on a VA form 20-0995. A lot of you may know, oh yeah, when they submit a 0996 for a high-level review, they get 20% of my back pay. But can they get 20% of your back pay on a 0995? And the answer is yes. And I'm gonna prove to you how that is done, okay? Slide number one. Here in slide number one, this is the M21-5, okay? -5 covers what? High-level review, the appeals process, which is part of supplemental, is part of that, okay? So it says fees for representation involving supplemental claims. That's the 0995, okay? So I'm gonna cover what I have highlighted in red. And it states, the court held that once VA has issued notice of an initially adjudicated issue, that means the rater, okay? The rater adjudicated your claim. Fees may be charged for work in any of the AMA review lanes. For supplemental claims, the ruling removes the requirement that the claim be filed within 1 year of the initial decision. Now, supplemental claim falls under that, okay? Now, what they're talking about within the 1 year, you can still submit a claim, a supplemental claim outside of 1 year. The only difference is they may or may not go back to that original intent to file or date of claim. It's going to possibly affect your effective date, okay? Now, it says, as a result, agent, attorney fee, eligibility now applies to all supplemental claims based on initial decisions issued on or after February 19, 2019. You may say, Dwayne, what is that date? Why is that date so important? Because that's when they implemented the AMA process, which supplemental claims fall under that. Now, before February 19, 2019, you didn't have to submit your claim on a prescribed form. On that day or after that day, you did, meaning 5260Z, 8940 if you were doing IU, 0995 for supplemental claims, 0996 for high-level review. I'm glad they went to that because when I first started rating, you could have took a piece of toilet paper and wrote your claim on it and sent it in, and the VA had to accept it. And it was just too much, okay? So now you have to submit a prescribed claim form, but keep that date in mind, February 19th, 2019, all right? Let's keep going. Slide number two. Here in slide number two, they give you an example. And again, I think the VA is doing a really good job with this M21 manual reference because some of them that are a little bit more complex, they give examples. You heard me talk about in other videos how I like to use it to get to certain 38 CFRs. Look what's at the bottom, 38 CFR 14.636. Okay, if you go to that, it's going to be talking about fees, all right? Okay, so let's keep going. Well, this one, effective dates. I'm sorry, effective date, AMA effective dates. But example one, I have the dates highlighted. Follow along with me. Rating decision dated April 2nd, 2014, with notification letter dated April 4th, 2014. A lot of veterans do not know when you get that packet in the mail, not only do you get a rating decision, you get a notification letter. Guess what? In my book, I give you an example of the first page of each one, all right? Denied service connection for hearing loss. VA received a supplemental claim on August 3rd, 2022. Okay, that's after February 19th, 2019, with new and relevant evidence, a valid fee agreement. Previous video, I explained what fee agreements are, all right? And a complete VA Form 21-22 Alpha. If you want an agent or lawyer to represent you, you need that form, okay? Rating decision dated November 5th, 2022, still after 2019, with notification letter dated November 6th, 2022, granted service connection for hearing loss. Analysis. Fees are not due. The initial decision prior to the AMA effective date. Read it again. Fees are not due. The initial decision prior to the AMA effective date. The initial decision was what? April 2nd. The notification was April 4th. Also, here's a nugget. Those 365 days for a high-level review, they are not, in this case, from April 2nd. They are from April 4th, the date the VA notified you. Okay, I bet you a lot of veterans didn't know that. Okay, so in this example, fees are not due. Let's keep going. Slide number 3. They give you another example. Man, not only did they give you one, they gave you two. Okay, this one has more effective dates. Let's go through it. Rating decision dated April 2nd, 2014, with notification letter dated April 4th, 2014. Note, before the AMA date of February 19th, 2019. Denied service connection for hearing loss. VA received a supplemental claim on August 3rd, 2021, with new and relevant evidence, a valid fee agreement, and completed VA Form 21-22 Alpha. Rating decision dated November 5th, 2021, with notification letter dated November 6th, confirmed and continue the denial. CNC. I have a video on that on my channel, okay? VA received another supplemental claim with new and relevant evidence on December 3rd, 2022, and service connection was subsequently granted on January 3rd, 2023, with notification letter dated January 5th, 2023. Now, the VA gave you a ton of education in this paragraph, but a lot of people do not know how to read it. Myself and my staff, as former VA raters, the VA trained us to understand this, especially when it comes to effective date. Look at all these dates. How can you get the date right, okay? But as raters, we know what those dates, what the effective date should be, because that's going to affect your back pay. Now, analysis. Fees are due to the agent or lawyer for the supplemental claim. Here's why. The decision being reviewed in this case is a supplemental claim filed in August 2021, not April 2014, because that was before February 19, 2019. Is the supplemental claim filed in August 2021, even though they confirmed and continued the denial after the AMA effective date. So even though in 2021, they confirmed and continued the denial from 2014, the veteran was subsequently granted service connection, all right, in this case, for what? Hearing loss. So now the agent or attorney gets paid, okay? So you got to understand these dates and what they're talking about in these dates, and they're giving you some examples, okay? So in my previous video, I talked about fee agreements. So yes, agents and attorneys can get paid at 20% of back pay if they do a supplemental claim. If that initial decision was what? On or after February 19, 2019, okay? So I guarantee you a lot of veterans that fall in this category, they didn't even catch it. They probably didn't even know their lawyer got 20% of the back pay because you didn't take time to read what? That notification letter. To see, okay, wait a minute. I was granted, I filed my initial claim on or after February 19, 2019. Then I came back in after that and I got approved. Okay? So that could be a nice chunk of change. Now, I'm not saying that the agent or attorney shouldn't get paid, but what I am saying, veteran, it is your responsibility, not the agent or attorneys, to tell you. Hopefully they do tell you, but if they don't, it's still your responsibility to know this stuff, okay? Before you even sign that 21-22 alpha. I'm not, and by no means saying that you shouldn't use an agent or a lawyer. That is totally up to you. It's irresponsible of me to say, oh, you shouldn't work with a consulting firm. Oh, you shouldn't work with this VSO. You shouldn't work with this POA. You shouldn't work with this claim agent. You shouldn't work with this law firm. That is totally up to you. We're all grown. You have to make that decision for yourself, but ask questions so you can make the best informed decision. With that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.